When will the pin drop? When will the pin drop? Find out next time on MoistyVoice episode 52. This was MoistyVoice episode 51. Everybody, let's go home.
Like us on Spotify,
iTunes,
Stinger, Sketcher, Stringer.
Ooh, check us out
Find
on
us
Tinder.
on
Stitcher,
Tinder.
Stitcher.
Find us on Tinder.
Find me on Tinder. I'm so alone.
Then get us up on that good grinder.
Just want somebody to love me.
So we've got accounts on Tinder, Grindr.
Wait, Nick has one on. Oh wait, no, I deleted Grindr. It's still there though. You can.
I
Search
deleted
it.
Grindr. Yeah,
You
you
can
can probably
still find me.
Well, it's all by proximity, remember? So you just got to find out where
I
we
set
live.
the range hella wide.
Easy enough. Find out where we live, and you can look at a
profile of Nick.
catfishing profile, I guess, on Grindr. I don't know what your intentions were.
I have forgotten.
You made a profile of Nick. That's what the intention.
A fake Nick.
Yes.
That was chaotic neutral Nick.
Yeah, I think so. That sounds right.
Okay. Yeah, but
The
so
Nick found was lawful neutral, lawful sad. It was. This Harkins guy just wanted to kill himself.
okay, so this week on episode 51 of the MoistyVoice,
You
Episode
thought we were
51.
dead. Woo!
It's 5-1.
almost a year's worth of podcasts.
Oh, I was talking to Jess earlier, but it's been almost a year since that we've lived together, Nick.
Oh.
You and me, one year and me, the greatest guy, and you just signed for 13 more months of me.
Actually,
Did you remember the silence?
the
your
physical
phone?
building was irrelevant.
Did you
It was
silence your
just
phone? Okay.
I'm a good person.
I'm not.
Yeah, motherfucker.
It was just 13 months of Connor. Them's the terms.
Them's the terms.
The lease just says you agree to 13 months of Connor. That's it. Anything else is fair game.
3 spaces. Them's the terms.
Speaking of 13, remember how they signed that Fortnite player without realizing he was a
I thought you were going
13-year-old?
to bring
Oh,
up
they
my
didn't
felony.
They didn't know he was a 13-year-old. They
Yeah, the guy was saying, I didn't know he was 13, because when you look at that, you're only watching gameplay and listening to audio.
Yeah.
And he sounded like all the other guys. I didn't know until the other teammates told me, hey, this kid's 13.
So his parents signed the contract for him.
That's got to be illegal, right? There's some.
Nah.
No, the
Nah.
parents signed for him.
I don't think
which
UK
means
has
the
child
Guardians
labor laws
agreed
similar
to it.
to we do.
I
No,
guess
it's-
that's like the opposite of illegal, huh?
No, it's not illegal at all.
Huh.
It's completely legal because the fucking parents and guardians agreed to it.
Also, it's in the UK, so I don't know if 13 is still their
Underage?
equivalent of junior high or high school.
And do you think it's underage?
I think it's still junior high.
Well, I don't, because some places have elementary and then just high schools like 7 up or 8 up.
Those are called dumb places.
Yeah, they're dumb places, which is the UK. They made us.
That's true.
Okay.
We
their
have done
biggest
terrible
mistake.
things.
But yeah, no. So did they unsign him? I don't know.
No, he's still
no,
signed.
he's signed.
That kid is good.
Yeah.
He started playing Call of Duty at 9 years old, and now he's new to the Fortnite scene, but he's been, and I quote, a total ace at it. So he's gonna demolish. Keep in mind that this team that they've put together,
There's no pro team.
competitive scene for Fortnite right now, but they're projecting that Epic will, in the future, very soon make one, and they want to jump the gun and get a head start on the pro scene before it is a pro scene.
Yeah. Basically, they're trying to
Stupid.
put a team together before there is a pro team.
That's stupid.
No, it's not. It's sound business strategy if there's a pro scene for Fortnite.
If within the next 6 months a pro scene emerges, it will have been a good decision.
Yeah.
I'm not
Well,
even going to say within the next 6
Until
months.
then, you're
in
just
the next 4
dumping
months.
money on a 13-year-old.
If in the next 4 months there's nothing, then you're
He's in
fucked.
the UK, so you're helping him buy drugs.
You know what? That actually might be good. He probably doesn't know derogatory slurs yet, so they don't have to worry about that.
Nick, again, I don't know how you missed this. Start playing Call of Duty at the age of 9.
Oh, yeah, fair point, fair point, fair point.
There's nothing more wholesome than a 13-year-old British.
What?
I don't think that's right at all.
No, like, Nick, it's like, I'm a 13-year-old. I started playing Call of Duty when I was like 12.
Yeah.
I did not swear before that.
I did.
But you also
It
robbed
made me
old ladies
popular
for
in elementary.
cigarettes.
I didn't rob them, man. I could just get cigs.
You had ciggies.
It was, man, I couldn't get a job. I already had a poor reputation. I was like, damn, I'll just sell cigarettes to make money, and then I did. And it was great.
You bought Shopkins, you made an empire, or Webkins. You made an
Webkins are very
empire.
different than Shopkins, thank you.
You made an empire on Webkins, and Webkins
I did
alone.
not. I could have done so much more.
You could have been
I
buying.
really squandered my worth.
You could have bought Dota 2 items.
Hey, they're... I'm not getting into this. No. In any case, no, I start cursing in, like, 6th grade because, like Nick, I moved a lot of schools while I was growing up.
Yeah.
I did
And
too.
it was only until, like Chandler, that I was going to guaranteed stay there. So when I moved to elementary schools in 5th grade to, Santan? I don't know.
Something.
Somewhere here in the valley, Sydney went to it. I think that's the only person I remember from it.
Hull?
Oh, and Oliver Door. It was Hull. That was it. I went to Hull Elementary. You don't count.
This was good for backstory.
I was there!
Nope.
You motherfucker!
You don't. I'm sorry.
I was in the same class!
I don't know. No, didn't happen.
Probably didn't happen. Sounds like fake news.
I remember the 2 Basher kids, though. Do you remember the Basher kids? You didn't go to Hull? Yep, you've been outed.
Yeah,
They
okay.
had pretzels every day. You know that big jar of pretzels you and Jess have?
Yeah.
They had a new one, like, every day.
Oh,
That
God.
was just the Basher kids.
It's like 2 gallons of pretzels.
It was a lot of pretzels.
That's too many pretzels.
They were good. Also, there was one kid in my class who loved what's the little green nut? Pistachios. Way too many pistachios.
What's that green nut?
I hate pistachios.
What's that Martian
That
nut?
motherfucker ruined pistachios for me.
But
But in any case, I wasn't very popular, and I was okay at making friends, but I wasn't good at, like, making friends.
yeah.
But apparently, if you cursed, you were the coolest kid in Cats. So I started cursing in 5th and 6th grade, and that's how I got
Okay.
any social standing.
So, quick backstory on what Cats is. It's
Cats
basically
is for stupid kids.
Cats is for kids who are smart enough to do well in school, but not smart enough to understand that they were never going to have social skills after being in this program.
What? What are you talking about? I made so many
Is
friends.
that not accurate?
Cats stands for Chandler Academically,
Talented students.
talented students.
It starts in like 3rd grade. Get them while they're young, before they know how normal people interact.
It's actually detrimental to children because it creates a hard divide at an early age and does hinder social skills.
like the real world.
It's terrifying how bad it is.
Oh yeah, no,
But yeah, so that was how you were cool in Cats, as you cursed. Like, we'd be out playing soccer in PE, and I would miss goal and be like, damn it! And they'd be like, wow, Connor, that's cool.
You're hardcore, man.
That's like the strongest memory I have of Hull, is me cursing after missing a goal, and the top jock on the team come over and be like, that was cool, man.
I think my strongest memory of Hull Elementary was when we put together the
You didn't go there!
the chariot races,
Okay.
and I ran
Oh
over.
shit! The chariot races!
Yeah!
Oh! Man,
Yeah,
the Basher
motherfucker.
kids had such an advantage!
I was the kid who broke that thing.
Were you always just a terrible person?
I was big.
MoistyBoiz 51. Michael has always been fat.
Yeah.
Just in case you were wondering, this is not like a sad thing of the last 2 years. It's a sad thing of the last 12.
Yeah, considering when I was in 6th grade, I weighed 200 pounds.
Holy shit!
Damn, son.
This is why I don't remember you. I ignored the fatties.
Yeah. That's why. And then I started to grow up, and then I grew out.
Up and out. You
The
filled
one
in.
fatty that won't leave me alone was Oliver Door.
Yep.
Dude kept
We're
talking
like
to me
brothers.
about books all day. I was the only other kid that read so many books, and he was like, wow, I have so much to relate to. And I said, yes, but I don't like you physically.
You know, like me and him really could pass as brothers.
Yeah. Scarily enough.
The worst part is his mom confused us once.
Oh, man.
You don't want that as a brother.
She forgot which one she bored.
She what?
She bored. When you give birth to something, you board it?
Baird.
No.
No, that we're nope. Not doing this.
Okay, we're not okay. So we're not going to talk about this. Whatever. Okay,
You
So
were
we're-
talking to the guy who just
Other
shot at his own
13-year-olds
teammate
who
for
were
like 5
dicks,
minutes,
or I assume he was 13. That YouTuber who gave the homeless guy toothpaste.
Yeah. Oh, right.
So I was talking to Jess about this last week because I thought it was interesting, but I was actually glad one of you ended up linking it. So this YouTuber who lately has just been uploading mostly Fortnite videos like everybody else because
Yeah.
it's a good business.
It's a $500,000 a month business.
Only going up.
Fuck that guy.
So he posted one of his main things before Fortnite was a bunch of humiliation and prank videos. And one of his prank videos that has since been taken down was he taped himself scraping the frosting out of Oreos, refilling them with toothpaste, and then giving them in like 20 pounds to a homeless guy.
yeah,
And
which is like $24.
I don't know conversion. I don't.
Basically like a
Britain's
$20
terrible.
bill and tax.
Yeah. Oh man, that'd be great. Here's $20 in tax. Man, it's just so.
Here's the
crisper
Here's a
than
$20
$20.
bill. Here's the tax that you're gonna have to pay on that $20 bill.
That's dope. But yeah, so he put toothpaste.
So yeah,
in
gave
it,
him a
handed
bunch
out.
of toothpaste Oreos and 20 pounds. Homeless guy was like, "Oh my god, thank you so much." And then the homeless guy reportedly threw up like 5 times afterwards and was fearful for his health.
Yeah, he thought that this like punk ass kid just came up and gave him
Poisoned
a fucking
him.
poison cookie.
And the kid,
Which is the
I
right thing to
quote,
believe.
was like, "I don't know why he's so upset. He probably hasn't cleaned his teeth since he got poor."
Mm-hmm.
And the kid is now facing up to 2 years in prison and 37,000 USD in fines.
As one does.
A lot of people who watch his channel report, though the videos have been taken down and we don't have a record of it, that he has done a lot of other horrible prank videos worse than this leading up to.
Yeah, there were some. They described a few of them, and I don't recall them because I put them out of my mind as quickly as I could.
Let's see some of the descriptions here. So yeah, some of his viewers described that in previous videos he made sandwiches filled with cat excrement and offered them to children and elderly people.
As one doesn't do.
Just fed people cat shit sandwiches. According to the courts, he made 2,500 USD off of the Oreo video, which is likely why he's facing the $37,000 penalty and the possible years in prison. He also has 1.2 million subscribers. So that's what we do nowadays. We give terrible people money.
And for what?
Good news for the courts, though. Animals don't have copyrights. Thanks to PETA. Thank God. They actually did something helpful. So this monkey...
Thanks,
This
PETA.
punk ass monkey.
This monkey back in like 2011 took pictures of itself with a National Geographic photographer's camera. And then he obviously like released the photos or whatever, published them.
Mm-hmm.
And then PETA, on behalf of the monkey called Naruto, decided to sue for copyright infringement because the monkey took the pictures and it was of his likeness. The photographer could not reap any benefits of the photos.
They picked the wrong monkey to back, first of all.
Yeah, monkey was called Naruto. Come on.
If it was called
And-
Sasuke, it probably would have passed. People
A
love
lot
Sasuke.
of weird Fuda Sasuke stuff.
I do. Why?
I don't even watch Naruto.
Then why would you know this?
I see a lot of things.
They just come across as
With your special porn like searching eyes.
Pretty generic.
Okay.
It's just Chrome. But where was I? Yeah, so the PETA and the photographer like actually settled it outside of court a while ago.
Yeah.
But they the court still decided to rule on the matter, and they ruled that basically this is stupid as shit. Under the copyright laws, animals don't count. No animal can claim copyright. This was why did you fucking come on? No. So in the future, no rights for animals.
Animals
Just don't
really...
take a picture of those animals' balls and expose them live on stream.
No. If you take the picture, it's fine. The issue is if the animal is taking dick pics and then you go, "These are my totally original animal dick pictures. Please do not steal. Give me money."
So if I go to a zoo and I throw my phone into the lion enclosure and I get pictures of lion balls because they start like tapping that on the screen.
That's their pictures.
That's their dick pictures. So
Not anymore.
Up until this landmark court case for animal testicles.
So are you telling me that if a lion took pictures of its own balls, I couldn't monetize that?
Nope.
No, you can now.
Well, I can now.
You can
That's
now.
good to know. So I just got to start throwing cell phones into lion enclosures to get lion balls.
That's how you get kicked out of zoos.
Well, no.
I got kicked out for shooting penguins.
The penguin or just the penguins?
The penguins.
Okay.
It's just they needed more color.
He saw that Madagascar movie and he's like, "We allow these things to exist?"
I never liked the joke, "What's black and white and red all over?" until I shot a penguin.
It's what's black and white and read all over.
A penguin in the Nile?
The Fantastic Four.
Covered in reeds in the Nile? I'm sorry, I don't understand the punchline here is weak.
Thank you.
Other court news.
A lot of shit happened in court this week.
I have
a lot
that
of court
muffin?
stuff. Yeah, fine, have the muffin.
Yay!
So the Netherlands Gaming Authority, or the NGA, has ruled that loot boxes which contain items that have value outside of the games themselves violate the country's Betting and Gaming Act.
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
According to a post from the agency, the NGA has been investigating loot boxes after receiving customer complaints about 10 specific titles. After the investigation, the organization decided that 4 of those 10 titles had loot box contents that could be exchanged for real-world value. As purely an example, since the NGA did not say specifically which games they were talking about, they have not listed what 10 they were investigating and what 4 they ruled on. This could refer to something like a loot box within PUBG, in which the item player gets from that can be of monetary value. Although the end result may not straight up be government legal tender, the value is still there.
So this one,
It's
has
different
to
from
basically
Belgium.
have a secondary market or a means to sell what you have outside of selling accounts.
If
and
you
junk
buy
like that.
a box in a game, and if there's any way for you to, outside of trading accounts, exchange that reward for anything of value, then it inhibits their Betting and Gambling Act.
Which
So Terra,
Dota,
Terra,
Dota,
Dota 2,
Steam,
CSGO.
anything with Steam Marketplace, frankly.
MTGO,
No, they actually did not say
card
anything.
packs are loot boxes.
Yeah, but
technically.
they've not. None of these things have addressed Magic Online, which is very interesting.
And that's one of the things I'd like to bring up is just
Yeah,
Loot
let's mail
boxes
in
is
MTGO. I want to see them take a hit.
because there's a lot of things that you could classify as loot boxes.
Oh yeah,
that
no,
you can't
booster
necess-
packs absolutely.
Booster packs are just fucking loot boxes. They're the original loot boxes.
Hey, why haven't they sued Paragon?
Actually,
I spent over 300,000 in-game currency on boxes.
The Magic Online is already super weird
The
because
only
they
thing
run
that
events.
stopped you was the fact that you actually got arthritis from doing that.
It actually, that might have been a contributor to my wrist pain today, was opening all those Paragon loot boxes.
Yeah.
But no, so they run events where you can enter and you can win things like tangible prizes, like invitations to Pro Tour and Flight and things like that.
Right.
And that already falls under a lot of countries' things.
Yeah.
So they have to walk that line real freaking closely.
Well,
of,
also,
are we an online gambling program?
and so then there's also the problem of, if you have one of each card from a set, you can get a physical copy of
Yep.
those cards sent to you.
Yep, redemption for a handful of months after every set comes out.
Yeah.
So you can turn your digital cards into physical things,
And
which
you
have
still have them-
inherent. And the digital cards already had inherent
Money value to them. Yeah, and the fact that you can just actually sell them on an aftermarket thing, log in, and then just trade them over to people.
Yep, it's a thing.
It's a good way to make money.
Yeah, no, the fucking Magic the Gathering Online was the number one thing that I thought about when we were talking about this, and that's why I said we'll bring this up later, because
It's super weird that nothing addresses it.
nothing has talked about this.
They've been really just focusing on Battlefront 2, but then they changed, so now they're just like, well, fuck, we got this far.
It's like, I don't think they're ever going to talk about it. I think Wizards actually has so many lawyers in their back pocket.
Yeah, Wizards might have snuff money.
Yeah, that's my thought about this. It's just Wizards of the Coast is doing something to keep Magic the Gathering from being publicized. Wizards, give us money and we'll stop talking about this, about how MTGO is just a gambling service.
Or I think
they've
if you got in the
won
public
this-
view, Wizards can't do something, because I would like to argue that Valve's lawyers are stronger than Wizards.
Well, no, because Wizards Lawyers is Hasbro, and Hasbro is big.
Hasbro is big, but Hasbro is wide. I think Valve has better lawyers.
Okay,
Let's find out. Let's get them in a legal
We need
battle.
to somehow
Hasbro-
find how Hasbro infringes on Valve's rights. Get them in legal courts.
does Hasbro play mid-range or what do
And
they...
we'll see the best lawyers that the Steam Marketplace can buy.
Surprisingly
Only
good.
using your own company's items, you have purchased lawyers. So Steam has
This is
to...
Ready Player One.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just Ready Player One.
And that was a... Oh, man. I was so surprised that Bomb Threat guy was in there.
Oh, TJ Miller?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was before... Well,
It was before the
it
bomb
wasn't
threat.
before the bomb threat necessarily, but it was before the reporting on the bomb threat.
Yeah, that was so
And
cool.
It was after the reporting on the...
I like when you see people in
Harassment
film before
thing.
they get big from bomb threats.
I was a fan of his, before the bomb threat.
Before he was spurned in a public space.
It's not hard. It's really not hard.
That's gonna be me someday.
Spurned.
People are gonna look back at this and be
Bomb
like,
threat
wow, I knew about Connor back before he bombed that stadium because they said no to him having his dick out.
I remember Connor before he tried to blow up the moon.
No, you don't.
Yeah, he's always... That's
That,
day one.
You do not. That
No,
has been
before
there
he
since-
tried. Not before you
Okay,
intended
alright.
to. You haven't tried yet.
I have not.
I don't know that.
I'm not a druid.
I just assume that, little 10-year-old Connor was, throwing rocks in the sky trying to hit the moon.
One day, you son of a bitch.
One of these days, my throwing arm's gonna get you out of the sky.
I don't know 10-year-old Connor.
Well, it's because he's dead.
There was a 9-year-old Connor and there was an 11-year-old Connor, but there was no 10-year-old Connor.
It's because he died.
Oh.
But he got better, and then he turned 11.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a happy story.
I was worried I was gonna, disappear or something.
And cue the time machine malfunction.
The moon decided the only way to kill Connor was to send a fragment of the moon back into the past to try to kill his...
fucking nail you out of the sky. You just walk into class one day and just fucking moon chunk through your head.
Yeah, no, it's like the plot of the Terminator,
You
but
just
the
start
moon's...
fizzling.
The moon is Skynet to Connor.
So, kind of related. We talk about nerd shit here, so I'm not gonna feel bad talking about this. In
Yeah.
D&D, Nick and I are in a campaign,
Yay.
and there is an infinite number of werewolves in this campaign,
Yeah.
and every night is a full moon in this land that we are cursed from leaving.
Great for werewolves.
It is obviously impossible to kill all the werewolves, so the next best thing for us was to remove the moon.
Clearly.
And we have found a way to almost manage it.
We're very close.
We just need to figure out a way to get a plant to the moon, and then we can destroy the moon.
Yep. Well, we also need to find out what D&D's equivalent of, a big boomer would be.
I don't think it'd be too difficult to manage to destroy it. There are a lot of explosive hexes and other... like I say, if we just create a hole in the moon using a bunch of shape earth and then tsunami, all that wires can expand and crack it
It's true.
anyways.
It'll just take multiple days, but yeah.
It'll take some effort, but it's doable in D&D. But there's a plant walk, which is if you touch you enchant
No, it's transport via plant.
transport via plants. It requires a plant of a tree's size or greater,
Mm-hmm.
and then it allows you to transport to any plant that you have seen or touched, regardless of distance or plane of existence. So if you have
Unfortunately-
touched the plant that you have or even witness the plant that is on the moon, then you can teleport to it.
It has to be on
That
the
will
same
kill
plane of
you.
existence.
Transport via plants, I think, allows you to
No,
traverse planes.
where you're going has to be on the same plane.
Luckily, the moon is on the same plane.
The moon is on the same plane. The moon doesn't have anything to sustain you.
That's a later problem.
No, that's it. It's just once we get the plant to the moon, then we figure out how to breathe, which I don't think is going to be difficult at all. Actually.
There's magic. We did
There's
it
so
without
much
magic.
magic.
We can do it with magic.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the thing to breathe underwater. You can just use that in space. It
Cast
counts.
water in space.
Yeah.
Cast breathe water.
Yeah. Just get some water to the fucking moon.
That
I
water's
can't
gonna
wait
freeze.
to destroy the moon.
My
My life is dedicated to
The
it.
exterior of the water will freeze. You just gotta keep the interior warm.
That's how that
That's
works.
true. The other thing is you can kill anything in D&D with transport via plant.
If
If
you
you
have
can
them
get the
ingest
enemy-
the plant,
If you can get the enemy to eat the plant whole, because the plant you go to can be any size. So if they get like a succulent in their belly, you can just teleport your entire party into them and then just casually walk out of their ripped open corpse. And that's how you beat the big vampire king.
you just need a level 6 druid.
So you just need to trick the Vampire King into eating a plant.
A
Yeah.
whole plant.
Which is doable. We just trick that broad of his to feed him flowers.
Okay. At what point does it have to be a plant? If you give a seed and the seed sprouts
See,
inside
that's
of...
per DM interpretation. That part is DM limitations on what constitutes plant, not plant.
I would argue you never saw the plant if you only ever saw the seed.
But you saw the...
I would accept that argument. I would support that.
Oh,
But what if you touched the seed?
No, because you
The
didn't
plant
touch
is
the
within
plant.
the seed. The seed is a shell.
Okay. But anyway, we're trying to...
If you
They're trying to
violated the
blow up the
seed-
moon, essentially.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or,
yeah, no.
Or
Yeah.
just, like, ham our way through the
So there
campaign
was no
and-
possible way to shrink the moon and keep it as an instant kill weapon?
Too
Sadly,
far.
no.
Oh.
Yeah. We want to shrink the moon down, put it in a bag of holding.
It'd be a good plan.
Yeah.
Also, bag of holding has limitations on weight.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, figured that out.
Figured
When
that
you,
shit out the hard way.
When you put an entire ox in it.
It's one, regardless of what's in it, physically it will always weigh 15 pounds. So it is heavy as fuck, by the way. But it has a cap weight it can hold in the 5e variant.
That's one thing I thought about recently that I realized I'd never pictured before. But, you know, D&D characters always have, like for example, if you have an explorer's
100
kit,
pound
you've got a
leather
backpack.
gear.
Yeah.
So, just imagining, like, this guy in full knight's armor slaying a dragon wearing, like, a little
Knapsack.
Jansport backpack.
That's the worst kind of backpack you can wear!
Are you kidding? I have a great Jansport. It's a rubber one.
No, but like, I'm a heroic knight. I'm gonna go save the day with me and my Akajo Windbreaker and my Jansport
No,
backpack.
this is on Hero Forge, the place where you can make custom miniatures. I went through and like designed my Paladin's miniature, and then I was looking at it, I'm like, wait a second, something's missing. I put on the backpack with bedroll on the armor, and I'm like, this looks ridiculous, but that's how it is,
Yeah.
right?
And it's just a weird image to me now. Like,
It is.
I just imagine our party running around, doing fun stuff, killing things, like sick flips and maiming. Backpack. Just ruins everything. So, stop wearing backpacks in D&D. Don't carry things.
Just carrying
2 bags
nothing.
of holding.
8 bags of holding.
No, just the robe of many
Oh.
things.
It also punishes you for trying to put bags of holding or bags of holding like items inside bags of holding or bags of holding like items.
What happens?
It,
Does it go
It
infinite?
destroys both items, creates a small dimensional rift, and tears you to another part of the multiverse.
Let's do it. Shit, that's...
You don't have to get the moon.
What?
Just get some way
We
to
can-
launch an arrow.
No, we can escape Barovia with that.
Oh god, we'll be a free...
Oh,
it's worth
shit.
the possible death.
Get someone else get the bag of holding.
Like, hey, I have a good idea. DM, I don't think you shut up, DM. Let him give me the fucking bag.
Or you just set up like an arrow thing so that it has a bag of holding, and when it hits something, the arrow collapses another bag of holding into the bag of holding.
If we can get out of the atmosphere, then we can send that to the moon and detonate the moon.
Actually, we just send the moon somewhere else.
It won't
It,
be
it
there.
doesn't create a dimensional rift that large, but it will tear a chunk out of the moon, making it not a full moon.
It's a full moon. No, as you can see, there is a piece missing, but the whole moon is a limit. Nope. Doesn't matter.
If the mirror is broken, you don't call it a full mirror.
Moons are stupid.
And I mean, you don't have to. You don't have to hit the center. If you hit like the side of it, then it won't be a full moon. That's for fucking sure.
That's true. We gotta just slowly take chunks out of the moon with bags of holding.
If we find a bag of holding factory, then we can destroy the moon.
Or
Just
a really big bag of holding.
2 really big bags of holding.
One slightly smaller than the other.
Well, they're just like burlap sacks.
Wait,
They don't.
which one determines the size of the dimensional rift? The big bag or the bag going in the bag? Which one's doing the exploding? Because that's important.
You'd have to ask wizards with their subpar lawyers.
I had a lawyer question.
So
that
is
I
this
know
just
you
the
can't
Wizards of the
handle.
Coast cast?
When hasn't it been? We talk about too much magic as is.
Yeah.
You know what Wizards of the Coast didn't do this week?
Murder and rape several children.
Release
Yeah.
a new magic set.
That's exactly what they're doing this week.
That's what's happening
That's
tomorrow.
the opposite of the thing.
You found the one wrong answer. Good job.
Yeah, there were very few.
Very few murdering of children?
No, wrong answers.
Oh,
And he found it
yeah.
very deep inside of him.
Okay.
What?
It creates a gate that absorbs anything within 10 feet.
The moon is within 10 feet.
If you put a bag of hold, it doesn't matter how big the bags are. It
All right,
always
so if I'm
absorbs 10
within,
feet.
if I'm at 9 feet 8 inches, does it only take 2 inches of me, or does it take me?
It absorbs you.
Then it takes the moon.
Yep.
By your ruling, sir,
That's a fair point there.
the moon is gone.
You just
And we
gotta.
actually just decimated like the angelic capital on another plane by having the moon land there.
That's how.
Whoops.
That's what happens.
That's how it goes.
So yeah, there you guys go. There's your secret technique. Make a stupid.
Tell me about that LED movie.
What? Oh, the in California.
The Samsung Theater.
Yeah, Samsung was like, you know what? We got enough of these little light bulbs lying around. Let's spend way too much money to make a theater that really no one's gonna go to, except I'm gonna go there once because it looks cool. Yeah, no,
I'm interested to
it's
see
a
it.
movie screen that's entirely an LED screen rather than like a traditional, screen and projector. It's all one big fucking TV, basically.
Yeah.
Which is really scary, but I'm excited. It probably hurts like hell to watch, though. Just the light energy on your eyeballs. I have to assume that
I
it's a
imagine that they
screen.
worked it out. There are good ways to do it.
I hope they didn't work it out, though. I want a lot of really
I want
nauseous
to go
people.
there and just not enjoy whatever I'm seeing.
It was great until the eye cancer set in.
Oh, you
Speaking
had
of eye
that
cancer,
already.
Ansel, no, not Ansel. What's this guy's name? Dougal McFatherton? The guy who plays Lon
Hingle
Solo.
McCringleberry.
Oh,
Earl?
Alden Ehrenreich?
Yeah,
Ehrenreich?
Alden Ehrenreich. Is signed on for 3 more solo films. Or
Oh, he's
3 more
signed on
films.
for 3 films,
as
one of which
solo.
is solo.
No, 3 more films.
I thought it was just 3 total.
No, so it's 3 more because they're just like, fuck it. They're not necessarily all about him. Like, it could just be a cameo in another, like, Star Wars story.
Right.
It could be films entirely about him. But despite nobody wanting him to be solo, they just hard locked him in.
You know that weirdo who shows up once a week, and you had got into like argument about him about the Solo movie?
Yep.
Yeah, he actually came in and apologized and asked me to apologize to you about the Solo movie.
Yeah! I
What?
berated a customer for wanting to see Solo.
Stop fighting people.
No.
No, like he fought. Like this was like 2 weeks ago, I think.
It was, yeah, a week, maybe 2 weeks ago.
And-
Look, since I've had to sell someone Ocean's fucking 12, I will do anything there.
Anyway, so what was the fight other than you hate it and he wanted to
Oh,
see
he
it?
came in and bought a single Solo pop. I'm like, oh, that's kind of gross. And he said, why? It's gonna be a good movie. And then the argument happened.
And it was just, and I recognize this guy because he comes in, buys one
He
thing,
goes in all the time and just buys pops.
buys one thing, and then either keeps it or returns it the next day.
It's like a social thing. He tries to become friends with the cashiers. It's weird.
Yeah,
Well, hey, that means you can fight him.
yeah, no, and so
That's
like,
why I fought him.
yeah, Connor fucking like got into a just pissing contest with him, and he came in today and he asked me to apologize to the guy who told him not to buy it. Because he's like, yeah, no, after watching more of it, I'm just kind of done.
What more could he have watched besides the only trailers that he could have seen before?
I know, and I'm just, okay. I'm not going to tell him that you're sorry until later, but sure.
I'm not sorry.
Well,
No,
you don't
the
need
guy
to.
is sorry.
Oh yeah, I put it together now. Sorry, everything's
I
about
was
me.
like, you don't have to. That's counterintuitive. You won.
Yeah, you won the
I
argument.
did win. I
You-
did. It was about Solo.
You
yeah.
berated this underage child about his preference in
Yeah,
movies.
weird
Just send him the
forehead.
GG.
He's got a really weird body.
Yeah, he does.
Just send him the
He did
GGs.
puberty in optional places.
That might be.
That sounds
the
like you're saying he's got big dick, and you're about it.
No.
Could you not?
I am not about it.
Like, puberty in optional places might be my new favorite insult.
Please don't.
It's like you hit puberty, but in, optional places.
Sounds like a really creepy thing to say to a middle-aged girl. I'm not gonna lie. I'm worried why that sentence was at the ready for you, like somewhere in your brain.
it was there.
Could you get it out of there?
Not
No.
anymore. You've made too big a thing about it.
Yeah, I'm concerned.
You shouldn't be.
We're moving within 300 feet of children. Should we change that plan?
Oh, I'm within 300 feet of children at all times.
It's a court order.
I'm legally required to be near your child. What court? Kangaroo court.
Zimbabwe.
In Australia. Zimbabwe, Australia.
I was reading about Mad Max stuff earlier, and I like how a lot of people are like, the difference of like when the world fell and how fast Australia turned into Mad Max was like within 5 to 10 years, and people were just suggesting, maybe the world didn't go to shit. Like Australia just assumed there was a war, started doing this, people came over to help, and then just decided to go back home. And
I
I
could see
believe
that.
that canonically.
I could see that happening. Though.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, they would try, and then they'd just be like, nah.
They show up, and then they just, I guess I'll die.
Hey, Australia, how are things going? And just hear static. Should we check in on them?
Nah.
A guy goes over and says, yeah, they're done. Let's just boil their ocean.
Boil the ocean, boys.
Just set up a ring, like 40 miles out, so too far for someone to reasonably, like,
See.
ever attempt.
Yeah.
Or see, yeah. And then just have it so that it boils the ocean around
Curvature of the
Australia.
Earth, 26
What
miles.
happened in Lake Victoria in Mad Max?
What do you mean? Isn't that the place with the crows?
Is it? I
I don't know. The place with the crows still haunts me, and I want the sequels to happen specifically to find out what the hell that was.
Mm-hmm. Them was cool stilt people.
It's like the best shot. And it was completely underexplored, and he never talks about it.
All right, one.
And then
It
he went and
is
sued the
a
company.
harsh sentence to claim a best shot in Fury Road.
It is hard. But it's my favorite.
Okay.
It's in other movies that it's easier to claim the best shot in the movie.
Last Jedi.
Easy.
Yeah,
Boom.
that's exactly what I was gonna say.
I know, yeah. We're
It's-
going for the Last Jedi,
Boom, boom,
and
boom.
What's the best shot of The Last Jedi? The one that they should have been selling art
it was the
outside
most
the theater.
amazing scene I've seen in a theater. Just that frame.
Yeah,
I went back just for that.
It was amazing. It was beautiful.
I
It
almost
almost
went to
made up
IMAX.
for it being a terrible movie on the sole fact that Carrie Fisher didn't die.
Should have died.
Oh my god, I forgot!
Welcome to the Last Jedi podcast, part 8. Carrie Fisher should have died, and here's why.
There's no fucking reason she could breathe in space.
Force sensitive.
Force. Force space. Force breath.
She made a bubble of air around her with the
It's
force?
actually canonical that Force allows users to breathe in space if they use the ability.
She cast create air, and then she cast breathe air.
She made water, and then she cast breathe water, and that's how she lived through space.
No, it's not like for a long time, but yeah, no, you can use force to stop the dying of space for like.
You can use
How?
Force to do a lot.
To
So
like
breathe underwater
keep your
longer.
body pressurized.
I don't know how the Force works.
Dude, man,
They're
it's
fucking
bacteria.
midichlorians in your body.
Bacteria, man. They can do whatever they want.
It's just fucking midichlorians in your bloodstream, bro.
Mm-hmm.
No, you
And-
use the force to pressurize yourself and to create air from not air and to move.
To convert oxygen, carbon
Ooh, there you
monoxide,
go.
carbon
No,
dioxide
no, no,
into
no, no.
oxygen.
So they were using the force to pressurize their body. That's believable.
Uh-huh.
Then they used the force to pull the air off the bridge and breathe the air that they pulled to them.
And then she also pushed herself and all the air,
No,
which
she
has
pulled herself.
no mass,
Yeah.
towards the ship. Open it up and then be like, "I'm here, bitch!" and collapse.
She like force wafted the air towards her. It's just like that. Like you're sampling the scent of a nice stew.
I could see it.
I hate that you phrased it like that because there's no other way I can see it now.
Little
And-
invisible hands just.
And you know what's gonna happen next time make stew, and you're gonna think about this, and then I'm gonna call you and tell you you're a fucking fuck.
Like, I fucking hate Last Jedi. Oh, you making stew again? I'll come over.
I made stew the other night, and it was like just for me stew. And then Caitlin saw it and decided I'm gonna have a bowl. And I'm sitting there, like I've just got the full pot at my laptop, and I'm just I was planning to eat the whole thing. It's like I didn't give you permission to have any stew.
You didn't make just
Lego my
any
stew, bitch!
Like legitimately, it's like I made like a 3-person size thing of stew, and it was entirely for me. And I am appalled that she decided I would share it with her.
I see
And then
you
Samantha offered it to her, apparently.
I see you got stew for 3 there. Mind if I join? Why the fuck would you ask me that? I buy it.
So you like stew?
Like, I like stew a fucking lot.
It's a good stew. I really want to have another 3 days of that.
We need stew sometime.
We also
Ooh.
need to just have our own sessions for things once Bryce comes into town.
We need to make a separate Patreon to get us stew. Give us stew money.
Stew money!
Hashtag stew money.
I'll send
I
you
don't-
if you
It
if you
sounds like one of us
if you
is
make
stew,
a-
and
if you-
he really needs dough.
if you send in a $10 donation, I will send you a Tupperware container full of stew.
That's a really good rate.
That's a great rate.
That's basically cost for you. You're not making money on that. The shipping and
You know-
the making of the stew.
Actually, they have to pay
that's
for
just
shipping.
that's just a wash right there.
You know what? If they pay for shipping because I don't know where they live.
Can you ship that?
in the Badlands with the crows.
Is that allowed? Can you ship liquid? I've never
Yeah.
tried.
Yes, I shipped a case of Dr. Pepper to Sid.
I gave someone anthrax.
Why?
Because we were sitting there. He said, "Oh, I got to go to the store to get Dr. Pepper." I said, "No, you don't." And he then asked why, and I sent him the receipt.
Yeah, he sent him fucking soda.
Why do you have his address?
It was rude of him though because he sent him Diet Dr. Pepper.
Oh, you fuck.
Yeah.
Why do you have his address?
No, I think I actually
He
sent him-
gave him his address for the.
Yeah,
for the Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm pretty sure I sent No, I did send diet.
Yeah. It was disappointing.
Was it through like one of those things where you get it like within the hour?
No,
Oh, that would have been great.
I hadn't downloaded GoPuff at the time, but now I do.
Go Puff Daddy.
Go Puff Daddy. Okay, can we talk about Puff Daddy for a second?
We could not, but sure, let's talk about him.
Snapchat really wants you to.
What?
Oh, that's
know
all
something.
Snapchat is GoPuff.
Oh.
Oh, Go Puff. I was thinking like Puff Daddy because right now he was like trying to pass off like he was the reason he was the actual reason that Biggie Smalls died.
Okay.
It's me. I killed Biggie Smalls.
No, they were trying to kill me, but they got him.
No, he wasn't. That
It was
a totally
Tupac.
different
That was someone
thing.
else. It was like I can't remember who it
I'd
was.
say that was the murder of. Oh my! Wow,
Yeah, no, it's
you're confused.
Doc
I am.
Johnson.
The closest thing that he had to anything in the news lately was that he changed his name.
Tupac and the
to,
Notorious
like,
B.I.G.
Love Daddy or Love something.
Love
Dr. Love.
Daddy.
I don't know. And then some
It
other
was
artist
Tupac.
Was like, hey,
The person
that's my
that
thing.
killed Tupac was actually trying to kill him.
Allegedly.
That was his thing.
They were trying to kill the passenger, and there was a thing recently. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
unsolved
no, that
murders.
was the whole thing. It's unsolved murders. But yeah, no, Puff Daddy's just trying to get back in the limelight.
People never talk about how we're better off without Tupac.
What I say?
He's
I
like
don't like his music.
MLK.
I just don't like
Because,
his
you know, like
music.
MLK, if MLK had lived, he would have had less of an impact than if he had died.
Yeah, he did.
There's that
his
whole
wife
child-
a hell of
That's
a
how
lot more.
martyrdom works, yeah.
Yeah, that's how that whole... You seen the kids movie where, like, the lady sends two kids back in time to befriend
Oh,
Martin
yeah.
Luther King?
You talked about this on the podcast.
I
Like,
feel like
a long
because
time
I
ago.
watched this during Black History Month, and
Yeah.
we were at work, and I asked, "Hey, I want to get a copy of that movie so I can like give it to you guys," but apparently, fucking FYE doesn't carry the movie where the lady sends kids back in time to go hang out with MLK
I can't imagine why.
during Black History Month. We give out free mixtapes.
Oh wait.
it's really bad.
Okay, yeah.
They hand out free, like, just anybody who's black makes it on this list, and they just hand it out.
I feel bad working there.
And it says, like, celebrate Black Pride or Black History or something, and it's just, like, they just basically Googled black artist and then put the top 10 results on a playlist.
And then March is Metal Month, and then April is Go Fuck Off. We're trying to do something weird.
Yeah, April is weird.
We now sell hidden flasks.
Really?
Yeah, we do. They're the sunscreen bottles from Always Sunny.
That's
And
great.
there's also a cell phone one nowadays where the spout is actually like hidden along on the top, and basically if you press the like volume up button twice,
Yeah.
it shoots the spout up. You can take a quick sip and then put it back down.
I saw one that was an NES cartridge, except there was like a little thing on it. But I was like, how conspicuous is just carrying around the Legend of Zelda?
Not
Like,
as conspicuous as you think. You can go to a con with that and try to pass it off as I'm just trying to sell this, bro.
Speaking of flasks, let's see. Both of you right now, what is the one sentence I could say today that might make you the most uncomfortable? Top of your head.
Oh, I'm not allowed to say that.
Why?
It would involve children.
Okay. Does yours also involve children?
It would probably just be an admission.
I am genuinely...
No, it's not
You said the
children.
thing that would make me
it's
the most
a
uncomfortable.
person.
It's
It's a person that we both know.
The thing that would make me most uncomfortable if you were just like, you just walked out of your bedroom. Hey, by the way, like 2 years ago, I had a kid orgy. And then you just went back into your bedroom.
That's not my thing.
What's your thing?
Just
That
make-
could make...
Yeah, that would be the most uncomfortable thing.
She's also 18 now, though.
that would
Okay,
make me-
For
okay.
your sake,
Okay.
know that, but also that I have never once been interested in that.
Exactly, and that's like if you just came and said that without me knowing she was 18 now, that's what I would have like.
No. Rework that sentence. If you had just came, called me up, and was like,
She's
Hey.
18 now.
Hey,
Guess
she's
what I
18
just
now.
did?
Yeah, that'd be really
that
fucking
would
awful
actually
thing.
make me uncomfortable. If you had sex with someone, called me up to just celebrate the fact that they weren't a minor anymore, implying you've been like watching them for months and waiting for it, that would make me
You
uncomfortable.
dentist her and found her ID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I checked her ID, bro.
That's exactly why I would just be
Yeah,
uncomfortable
so
with the whole
that's there's
situation.
one. Another one I guess would just be if you like used anything of mine to like really clean your scrotum, like just get in there and like
Oh no, that
Scrub it down.
bro. It's
Okay,
clean.
but what?
I got
what
myself
is,
a nice peach clean scrotum.
Anyway, so-
what's your thing?
what's your
Oh no,
thing
it's
about-
not. Next to all this fucking child pedophilia shit, I don't even want to fucking talk.
something about a flask.
Oh yeah. See, this was a joke, and it was gonna be nice and lighthearted and
We
have a nice
assumed-
punchline, and then you guys made this really real and disgusting.
We
and I feel-
assume the worst.
Yeah.
When you say
That's
what
pretty fucking bad for the worst. Like my god.
Do you want? It can get worse if you want us to get worse.
I don't want it to. Why is it so bad? I'm not. Oh my
you
god, I'm
just
not that
said
kind
what
of
would
person.
make you the most uncomfortable.
Why would you expect that of me? Under
It's not
any
that I would
It's
expect
not that I would
it.
expect
It's
it of you.
just
It's just
that's
the
what
ones
would
who
make
think
But
you
the
it's a
most uncomfortable.
possibility.
Yes, because that's what would make the most uncomfortable thing.
I am. Bryce wouldn't say that.
Bryce also would
I
do it.
challenge that.
Yeah, actually.
Anyway, what is the
You
thing?
fucking yeah. You ask him the same question. Let's see what he says. His
What's the
top
one
5
thing?
answers since he shared so many.
Hold on, I got this.
What's the top 5 most uncomfortable
God
things?
damn it.
I got this.
So yeah, you find that out, motherfucker, and you phrase it good. All right, don't fuck it up.
So well, I'll just message Bryce say, what's the top 5 most uncomfortable things Connor could say to
Hold
you?
on.
That you think Connor would ever say to you. In that case, mine was just gonna be I mixed up my cum mio with my flask mio, which was
Oh god!
I'm just gonna have a.
Boy,
nice
that really got to you, huh?
Because I visualized it.
Could you imagine having to work that in there?
God.
Use a funnel, I guess.
Do not funnel cum into mio bottles, please.
There. Hopefully he gets back before the end of
Yeah, we'll see, motherfucker.
5
God
minutes.
damn it.
But I hope he also assumes the absolute worst. Because that's what you asked us to do, is assume
Yeah.
the worst.
What's
I said what would make you most uncomfortable.
the worst?
I didn't assume it would be child fucking pedophilia. That you would assume I would ever do something like that is incredibly insulting. And I
No,
don't
it's
like
not that
either
I'm
of you as
assuming you
people
would do
now.
that. It is just...
It's a possibility means that you are within a mindset that I could do it.
The reason it would be uncomfortable is because I don't think you would, and that's especially jarring. If I thought you would do it, I'd be like, oh shit, he went and done it finally.
I
But
would more so
because I
think
don't
that you were
think you
drunk
would-
and you accidentally did it and you weren't calling to celebrate. You were calling in penance. Because,
Oh,
like,
man.
I
It
fucked
was
up.
so terrible, but she's 18 now and I regret all of it.
Yeah.
I don't think I could see that happening.
Thank you.
You seem too afraid of things to just accidentally... Just like, hey,
To accidentally fucking...
you got any of them Valve lawyers on you?
Oh.
Because I fucked up. I fucked up
Oh
big.
boy. Things are not going well for old Connor. I hate you guys.
Oh, that's completely understandable.
I don't even know what I could say that would make people uncomfortable.
Oh, I could say a lot. I say things all the time that makes people uncomfortable with me.
You
Yeah,
do.
you do.
It's a skill.
You're really good at it.
It's
Both of our responses, you're good at it.
yeah.
No, I think there was one more thing that I wanted to hit on.
The drug Amazon thing.
You know what? I'll go with
That's
that.
a good one, yeah.
You're sitting around in your house, waiting for your sweet ass Amazon package to come in, hoping,
Drinking
boy,
your cum, Mio.
thinking, boy, I hope those MoistyBoiz didn't finally tip over that mail truck and take all my sweet Amazon Prime packages.
Oh.
And then you get your package and decide, I wish the MoistyBoiz tipped over the mail truck and stole my Amazon Prime package.
Because it's just full of weed.
And cum.
Just a big ass fucking box of weed. 65 pounds of weed. Which,
Okay,
first of all,
I
what
didn't-
did they order?
It
Where,
was
like,
four
I got
empty
confused.
containers.
They said it was a lot heavier than we were expecting
Yeah, they
when we
were
got
Because
it.
it was
Four
supposed to be
empty
like
containers.
tubs. Yeah.
Just tubs.
Storage
and then it
tubs.
was a shit ton of weed.
65 pounds of weed. And at first I was like, why would you call that in? Why wouldn't you be like, hey, rent is free this month. Also, I've got some weed to spare. But reasonably, they were like, this might be someone important's weed, and I'm not about to get killed because, like, they left their home for like 3 days.
3 days they didn't
'Cause
sleep
they were
there
like,
because they were
"Nuh-uh."
afraid someone would come for it.
And I, like, the more I thought about it, I was like, that is a good first reaction to have.
Yeah.
It is not mine, but it is a good one to have. My first one is just, I'm gonna
Smoke
make money.
weed!
Make money, smoke weed, maybe get shot in my sleep.
Yeah, that's not a bad way to
Shot?
I'm assuming they have a gun. Between, like, the whole collective of weed shippers, they have one gun. They share it. On Tuesdays, Bill gets it.
You
one
know
gets
Bill's
shot on
name,
Tuesday.
apparently.
Oh, yeah. You haven't heard of these guys?
No,
I've
I...
met Bill.
They're so well organized.
Oh, it seems like they accidentally shipped something to someone they shouldn't have.
Yeah, that's why it's surprising that it happened. They're so on top of this normally.
Yeah, I was also surprised.
Side note, who's shipping 65 pounds of weed in an Amazon Prime box?
Bill?
I mean, it's like, I have to assume it was somebody working at the Prime warehouse. Because it was like
Probably,
a
yeah.
sealed, like, looked like a real box, didn't have anything funky going on. So, like, it has to be someone at an Amazon warehouse somewhere just stuffing boxes with weed and hoping he doesn't fuck up the ship labels or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I just stuff a lot of boxes with weed.
Between the pee bottles and the weed thing, I don't know.
It's hard to trust Amazon after all of these,
I don't know if I want them
Weird
to have a
shipments.
dirigible
After they
above my
decided,
home.
hey, we're gonna just get keys to your car.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Remember how they had, like, that key entry thing?
For cars?
It's for homes?
Oh, yeah.
It's
no,
now
they-
for cars.
They had that program where, like, yeah, you give your, like, trusted dude your key and he just, like, pops
And
in
now
and
he's
drops
got
the
your
thing
car.
in your living room. Which I don't, like... There's maybe 3 people that I would be... Maybe 4 people that I'm not related to that I'd be like, hey, here's a house key. That's fine. I'm not...
Well, people-
One of
other
them, or am I
people
gonna
own
fuck a
security
kid in your
cameras.
house?
You have a key to my house.
That's irrelevant. The kid didn't.
And the kid broke in?
No, they had the key.
Punishment
I was
for
there.
trespassing is fucking...
That's what happened.
You're in my house. You know what that means.
A good old butt fucking.
This is a swinger's house. Oh, golly, I wish
You
I
bum
hadn't.
tumbler.
Maybe don't call them a bum tumbler.
Please do.
Guy
That's
invades
gonna
your
get me
home.
in more trouble.
To call them a bum tumbler?
Yeah.
Nah, I think it's fine.
No.
Yeah, it's fine.
Sounds like a really long-winded way of saying salad tosser. I assume that
Yeah.
it's the same general motion. Except neither of them could really be good. It's not the Venom tongue.
The Venom
It
tongue?
is not the Venom
The
tongue.
Venom tongue.
Oh, from the trailer.
Yeah.
Oh man,
tongue that can
everybody is
probably
all
get-
over about that. I
Not
love
only does it have the girth, but it's got the length.
It's got the length, it's got the fucking girth, it's got all the nubs on it. Those things are gonna spike your
those
pleasure
nubs.
centers.
Okay, well, we're 2 minutes away from closing this out. I have not
Yeah, we're
gotten-
not gonna because we're talking about Venom's tongue now, man.
Okay,
Holy
well,
shit, I wish I was a woman so that I could dream about this tongue.
Wait,
you don't have to be a woman to face
My
Venom.
prostate cannot get as much pleasure as a vagina from that tongue.
Well, no, but you'll feel it inside your stomach when it goes all the way through your trail.
I see you've been
I-
taking
I
lessons
feel-
from me
I
about
feel
how to make
faint.
people uncomfortable.
How am I making you uncomfortable?
Talking
You
about
don't want a
Venom's...
vagina?
Not talking about Venom's tongue being shoved
a
like a
pleasure
foot deep up
factory.
my asshole.
He's the asshole one.
And it is probably 100 feet.
I said a few feet.
Oh, I heard 100. And yeah,
It's a lot of intestine you go
there's a
with,
lot
dude.
of intestine. Especially
Well,
if you
no,
stretch
no.
it thin.
If it's not actually a lot of intestine because you stretch it out,
Yeah.
it's compacted inside of you.
Yeah.
So
But if you were to lay it out and, like, apply tension, I'm sure it could get 100 feet. Let's
yes,
go get a body and test this.
it's not 100
mean-
feet when it's inside of you though.
You know when I said there was a kid? We ain't gotta search for a
Those are
body.
small intestines. We need
Oh.
large intestines. You don't develop those
She's
until you're
18
like
now.
20.
Oh, damn it. 2 more years!
It's human
Look at that
biology.
Oh, imagine it entering you like that.
I don't get it.
You can't even look at all the texture.
Okay,
So warm and long and
look at
thick.
all the teeth. It's like fucking
Your feet are
Jaws.
going inside of you.
They're gonna
And you
scrape
know
you.
that Tom Hardy's behind the tongue.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Well, next week, find out what our nice friend would assume of Connor.
Yeah, motherfuckers. God damn.